Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're watching from. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, Nigerian time. It is 10 p.m. Fiji time, and it is 2 a.m. Pacific, US Pacific time. I'm greeting you all from Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Amahaotu. I use our slogan, Amore et Reverare. Amore et Reverare. Love and respect. Love and respect. It's on this base that the TBC admin created this wonderful platform with the mission of eradicating poverty worldwide and ushering in abundance to anybody on the globe who, let me repeat, who joins this private community. It is not a public community, it is a private community. That is why its currency is a mission with a currency. That is, the mission is to eradicate poverty worldwide and create abundance. And we are doing that with the currency called the billion coin, or crinkles, the billion coin. So it is purely private. And how do we want to eradicate poverty worldwide and create abundance? The abundance is already there because the currency is already made, it's already created. It's a cryptocurrency, one of its kind. You cannot see it on the blockchain, on the public blockchain, where you have Bitcoins, Litecoin, and the like. It is purely private. And how do we want to run this? We want to run this by having 1 billion people as verified members of the billion coin community, TBC. I am doing this fundamental explanation because I'm preparing for my broadcast number 100, which shall be coming on in a few days' time. I cannot give the particular date because I want to make sure that I organize it very well and have a lot of the leaders of TBC from all parts of the world taking part in that my broadcast of 100 live show. So I am making this explanation because this broadcast video, I will use it as an introductory part to my new referrals, my new recruits, so that they understand exactly what they are coming into. So it is very important that they understand that TBC is not a public currency. TBC is a mission with a currency. The mission is to eradicate poverty worldwide and create abundance. And in order to achieve this mission, the coin, the TBC coin, is being used. And how do we want to eradicate poverty worldwide? Is by creating jobs, creating business opportunities for all those unemployed in the world who want to eradicate unemployment. And we're going to do this because in TBC, at least 1 million billionaires will be created and 1 billion millionaires will be created. And now when you have 1 billion millionaires all around the world, distributed in every country of the world, and every one of them being a millionaire, they will be in the position to create employment for at least between 5 and 10 people. And when you have at least 1 billion people creating 5 new jobs, you are creating 5 billion jobs. And for the statistics available now, the world is 7.5 million people. Out of it, 4 billion are the ones that are catering for the old, the young, and all that. And the 3.5 billion are unemployed. So by the time we create between 5 and 10 billion positions in the world, the unemployment market will be wiped out completely. And according to natural law, when the supply or when the demand is more than the supply, the price increases. Now, when these 1 billion people will be looking for employees, and there are no more employees, or there are very few of them, the salaries, the income of employees will rise because their value in the market will automatically rise. When their value in the market has risen, their wages will be very high and they'll be earning very fabulous salaries that will take them out of slavery and penury that we are all going through in this present economic situation of the world, where the elite has created economy based on scarcity. It's based on scarcity is when there is nothing, that you keep on chasing the few that is available. But in TBC, there's abundance because you have 1 billion people that are millionaires. You don't have that in the world as we're talking now. You have 1 million billionaires. These 1 million billionaires will be the storehouse for replenishing the stock of currency of those millionaires who will be engaging and employing people. So it is a very simple system. We are creating a parallel world economy where people will not suffer anymore, where slavery will no more exist, where strife, war, and antagonism will disappear, because most of the wars we have now are created because people are hungry. People are hungry. People have no jobs. And to vent their anger, they take up arms and go against people. Kidnapping, terrorism. These are all results of anger and poverty. So, my dear friends, TBC is a mission with a currency. It is not currency with a mission. It is a mission with the coin. And having said that, you now know that why TBC is going all out, the admin is going all out and trying to get in the 1 billion people. He gives out free gifts. We go all out and distribute free gifts of 25,000 cookies. These 25,000 cookies, by the time you redeem it, as we are talking now, as I present today, 22nd of February 2019, the value of these 25,000 cookies is above $2,300. That is what we welcome new members into TBC. And as you come and join TBC, you can acquire more, because if you join now, the spaces for billionaires is still open. To become a billionaire is very simple now. That is why we are struggling to see our friends and brothers and well-wishers and relatives to join now, because if you join now, the possibility of becoming a billionaire is there, because by the time you acquire 1 full coin of TBC, you are a billionaire. 1 full coin of TBC is made up of 100 million of crinkles. So you can see the 25,000 cookies you are given, when it's converted, it becomes 250 crinkles. You can see where it is in comparison to 1 full coin of TBC. So that is why we are encouraging our friends and well-wishers. And that is why I'm doing this broadcast, so that every new member that comes in will listen to this broadcast and know exactly what is coming into. As we are talking now, TBC has taken off the ground. The membership is over 3 million people. In Nigeria alone, we have up to 1.6 registered, recognized, verified members of TBC. And among us now, there are merchants. There are merchants. We have more than 500 merchants already, and the number is increasing by the day, exponentially. These merchants, some will give you some of their products at 100% TBC. That is, you pay with your TBC full time and you get it. Some will give you at percentages, 10%, 20%, 50%. This is what is happening now. There are many merchants in Nigeria. There are places you go to Nigeria, Ikotu and all that other place in Lagos. You buy your bag of rice, you buy your TV, you buy your radio, you buy electronics, your phone with TBC. So what we are talking, we are not talking theory, we are talking practice here. TBC has come to stay, and the earlier we in this part of the world where we are wallowing in poverty and absolute squalor, if we join now, the better for us. And if you join now, you have all the possibilities of becoming a billionaire in a very short time. One, if you become a broadcaster, for every broadcast you do, you have 1 million cookies. There's a meeting we attend every Monday. If you are a verified member, I will tell you what verified member means. If you are a verified member, you join that meeting every Monday, you get 1 million cookies. These same button meetings, we call it, that we attend on Monday, are repeated in other languages, more than 7, 8 languages on Tuesdays. And if you have the time to attend those ones also, you get 1 million cookies, which means in a week, you have opportunity of getting 6 million cookies. Ladies and gentlemen, are you seeing how you graduate into becoming a millionaire or a billionaire in a very short time? And now, there are other possibilities. If you take part in the cash flow is the method of recruiting people, and you make some transactions with them so that you have something to live on. There are people who are doing TBC full time now. They are doing it full time. We call them sponsoring machines. They are sponsoring machines because they are sponsoring a lot of people. If you come in, you are a new sponsor, they are sponsoring you. That way they are doing cash flow. They are making money. You can make money in TBC. You can make money $100 a day, 200, 300, depending on how hardworking you are. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot be a billionaire or a millionaire for doing nothing. You can't go and lie down under your bed or on your bed and become a millionaire or a billionaire. You cannot. You must take part in one activity or the other. The question is, which activity do you take part in? The one that will give you a lot of stress, or the one that you will do at your own time and speed and still make a good living? TBC offers you that opportunity. TBC offers you that opportunity. So if you are a sponsoring machine, as you recruit people, you are rewarded. As you do transactions, you are rewarded. So there are a lot of things you do in TBC and you make money. Make money, and before you know it, you are one of the billionaires, and the space for the billionaire position is still available now as we're talking. So the earlier you join. Now, what do I mean by verified members? Normally, if you have money, don't forget that in TBC, you are your own bank. Like in every other cryptocurrency. There is no bank where you go and say, this is the bank for cryptocurrency. That is why when anybody says he's going to exchange the TBC for you, you better run away, because such a thing does not exist. You are your own bank. All your money is in your own wallet. As you come in and redeem your cookies, you get your own money, and your money goes into your own wallet. And ladies and gentlemen, to establish a platform of this magnitude, you are only asked to pay $10 per annum to keep your wallet, where you keep your money. All transactions you do, you don't pay any commission. In TBC, it's only commercial venture where you don't pay money for transactions. If you want to buy Bitcoin, you pay extra money for buying it. If you go to bank and they transfer money for you to your friends or to your family members, you pay commission. If you even receive money in banks, you pay a commission, because they give you what they call bank charges. But in TBC, you don't pay that. You only pay that once a year, $10 or 4 grains of gold. That's what we compare our money, our coins, in gold, not in any fiat currency. You know what fiat currency is? All these pounds, dollars, naira, yen, francs, they are all fiat currency. They are money created by people just voicing out, create this amount of money. When they see their scarcity, when people are running after money, when you want to go and borrow now, you go to the bank and say, I want to borrow 100 million naira. They always tell you, they give you the one which other people are doing. It's not true. What they do is to go to the central bank and tell them, look, I have somebody who wants 100 million. And then central bank will go and write 100 million paper and hand over to the bank. And that is how you create money. Money that is not valid, that has no backing. But TBC has a very big backing. And you know the backing? You and me, the living human beings. That is the guarantee for your money. That is the value for your money. And there's no value as a living human being. So you see, when you pay this year verified 4 grains of gold, which is equivalent now to $10, you become a full-fledged member of TBC community. Then in your back office, your send button will be turned on. You see, when you join first, when you receive our gift of 25,000 cookies and you get registered, your back office is opened, but you don't have send button turned on. You can never see any send button in your back office. And that inhibits you from taking part in a lot of things. You can't even take part in the broadcasting, where you make 1 million cookies for every broadcast. As I'm broadcasting now, at the end of my broadcast, the admin will verify it and approve it, and I get 1 million cookies. You cannot imagine how many coins I've made for being a broadcaster. This is my broadcast number 95. I'm moving to my broadcast number 100. That is why I'm making this last broadcast before the 100 a base for my recruitment, because I'm going in for mass recruitment, mass sponsoring. I want to be a sponsoring machine, like our great leaders, Embe, Kofi, Randy Wilson, Ritom Kumar. There are many of them. These are wonderful guys who are working tirelessly to see that we get to our billion membership in a very short time. And ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the rate at which we are progressing, that is why you should join now, because by the time we get to our 1 billion members, it will be practically impossible for you to join us. And it will be practically impossible for you to be a millionaire or a billionaire. So it is absolutely necessary that you join us now and become a millionaire. Now, if you join us, those who have gotten registered, please, it is absolutely necessary you go and read about our mission and the vision of TBC. The public notice that makes TBC a private organization. We want to get away from the clutches of the elites. We don't do that by fighting. We do that by using our brains, by creating our own economy and not bothering with the economy of the fiat currency.
Can Mr. Ike bring that anyway?
So sorry, that was my wife talking to me briefly. So we are there with our mission and vision and the creation of the private economy. Now, if you're a new member, it is advisable you go and read the mission of TBC. Let me see if I can share my oh God, what has happened? Where am I now? Have I switched off everything? That should not happen. That should not happen. Oh God, I hope I've not made a blunder. I wanted to share my my screen now to show you where to go and read up on the mission of TBC. I have to quickly get out here. What happened? What is this here? Oh God, what is this now? What has happened again? Oh God, I messed up this broadcast. I messed up this broadcast. So I wanted to quickly get to the share my screen. I want to quickly share my screen and get to what is happening here. What's happening to me? Where is my mouse? Where is my